So, we all know Let's Go Luna, right? Well, that it's not known, but what it is originally show was supposed to be originally made in February of 2011, but it was set back to 2018 due to its dark content. Apparently more than 2,000 people saw this show in 2011 before it got removed for obvious reasons. I was one of those people. It was on a hot summer day in July of 2011. I was searching videos on YouTube on my iPhone 4. I was looking to see if there were any recent video uploads, until I stumbled across one video in my recommended section. It was named Let's Go Luna 2011. This was completely odd, since Let's Go Luna didn't exist until 2018, but let's not get into that. Let's just get into the content of this video. The video was uploaded on February 23rd, 2011, the same day Let's Go Luna aired, which means that the uploader captured the airing and put it up on YouTube. I taped the video, which is one thing I ever regret doing. The intro started exactly the 2018 version, and every character, except Luna the Moon, looked normal, but Luna's is a whole other matter. Her body was scribbled on and looked like if someone edited with paint.net. Her hat was a different story too. Like her body, it was scribbled on and looked as if someone edited it with paint.net. Also, the logo, she was omitted as if she was either sick or didn't want to appear in the show at all. Despite that, I continued on. The only episode of 2011 version, started out like normal, with the good morning everyone part, and so on. However, that's odd was that unlike the intro, Luna never appeared. Did I say Luna never appeared? I mean, Luna did appear, but that was never happened till later on. Where's Luna? Leo asked. She's probably still in the sky, Andy said. In the morning? Carmen asked. The three kids had decided to look for Luna later. It then cut to Luna sleeping in the forest, probably Amazon rainforest. Except all was dark. She was sleeping near a tree, which was a silhouette. Something then fell down on Luna, waking her up, and then she ran out of the forest. At this point, I got a notification from my friend. His username was SirDave1988. And he told me that he wanted to play against him online on FIFA 11, and I said okay to him, paused the video and put my iPhone 4 down, grabbed my DualShock 3, and then turned on the PS3, and played against him on FIFA. So we played online, using the gaming network. Also in FIFA 11, SirDave1988 connects to me every time he wants to play against him, or with him. So in this case, it's either online models, like online team play. The whole time I was playing, I didn't stop thinking about the video. I didn't even stop thinking about the badly drawn body of Luna the Moon. When the online match ended, thank God, I went back to my iPhone 4 and told SirDave1988, that cool, I guess, bye. Turned off the PS3 and went to my TV and continued to watch the video. The next scene then cuts to a picture of Luna with hyper-realistic eyes, and while the sound of the forest wind was then heard, Luna then said, "Why do you have to watch this?" I jumped when she said that. How does she not even know I watched the video? She then continued with, "I never existed in 2011, existed in 2018. Joe Murray created me in the wrong year." I was completely distraught and confused with what Luna said. How did she even know the year video existed? And how did she even know the real year I exist for her to be in? A photo then flashed for a frame or two. I took a screenshot of the moment and it flashed on screen. It showed a picture of Carmen and Luna. Both had no pupils, but they had blood dripping out of their mouths. It then cuts to a show of 5-loop of Luna running past 5 or 6 trees, and a distorted and vocated version of white picket fences by Jump Jump Dance Dance that sound from FIFA in the game I mentioned earlier on was playing in the loop. I tried to get out of the video, but next to Luna yelped, "No, don't exit out of here!" I jumped at that picture. For that moment, how did she even know I was going to close the video? The loop continued after that. I then tried pausing the video, but before I could hit the pause button, Luna yelped, "Don't pause this!" Again. I jumped out. How did she even know I was going to pause the video? Again, the loop continued. I had no choice but to watch this 5-minute loop of Luna running past the trees. There is no way to get out of the video. If I try to get out of the video again, Luna will jump out on my phone screen and attack me. But after that 5-minute loop, it did it anyway. That one choice I regret ever making. When I got back to the video and got to the part after that 5-minute loop, Luna began to face me with a furious look on her face and said, "You went against my commands." She then jumped out of my phone screen and tried to kick me, but I dodged her by the swerving head at the moment that she started her kick. She then tried to punch me, but I dodged her punch so well. Then I kicked her in the stomach with one powerful kick. She was in pain, and just when I was about to punch her, I saw a notification on my phone which sidetracked me. I went to my phone. It was from Sir Dave 1988 again. He told me to play online with him in a team play and match FIFA. I then said, "Sorry man, I'm having trouble with a fictional character about to attack me." A fictional character about to attack you? What gender are they? And what are their names? The fictional character that was about to attack me is a female, and her name is Luna the Moon, the character from the 2011 and 2018 versions of Let's Go Luna. Sir Dave then replied back to me, "Really? You're about to get attacked by a female fictional character from a show that doesn't exist in 2011? Are you planning on pulling a prank on me?" I then replied back with, "No, this isn't a prank. I'm not planning on pulling on you. This is serious. Anyway, I'll play with you later." But at that moment I said that, Luna quickly recovered from her pain, then proceeded to crack her knuckles. I then turned around and got shocked. I then said, "I have to go bye-bye." And right then, Luna was about to punch me. I punched her back before she had the chance to. I then got my laptop and grabbed it, ran past her, then went to my sister Destiny's room, and this is where I'm typing this now. I closed the door, hoping that Luna won't come in and attack me. I also took my phone with me, in case if I had to watch the video again, to see the rest of it. It showed Carmen lying down on her bed on the covers, and she was looking at the ceiling. Then she also had an expression that looked like if she'd seen a ghost. Then there was a Sony Vegas Pro effects added into the scene. There are the TV effect, black and white, and film grain. It looked as if someone had edited the scene with Sony Vegas Pro 9. The scene then stayed on that for about 5 minutes. Then Luna appeared with the same big eyes, but she was holding a chainsaw. She then jumped out of my phone again, and I whacked her in the head with my laptop before she could kill me with her chainsaw. I then got out of Destiny's room and went back to my room again. That's where I'm currently typing this. Also, I took my phone and my laptop with me, just in case if I have to watch the rest of it again. It shows Andy sitting on his bed, with darkness around the window. It is clear that it's nightmare. He quietly said, "Luna's not coming to play with us. Without Luna, we may never know anything about the world." After Andy said that, he looked down at the floor and saw a sharp knife in the corner. He then grabbed it and stabbed himself with it. Blood began spilling on the floor, making the blood stain on it. The other 2 kids did the same thing, and they were found in their houses. It then cut to Luna, terrified at the 3 kids taking their own life. She then quietly said, "I shouldn't have forgotten about the 3 kids wanting to play with me. I shouldn't have tried attacking the person watching this who went against my wishes." Luna then continued with, "Also, I shouldn't forget this. There's always tomorrow." The episode then ended there without a second episode at all. However, it doesn't normally zoom out and then fade to black. It just cuts to black. The credits roll just to show Luna facing the ground, with a sad feeling on her face. Also, the music playing was vocated in a version of Ace the Hits by Lady Lartron. another song from FIFA in the game that I mentioned way earlier. After credits, the scene then went to black and then showed a transparent image of Luna sitting on a chair facing the ground with the expression that looks as if she was about to cry. The picture stayed on the screen for what felt like 12 years. I looked at my TV and the image was on it. I was shocked when I saw it, and then when I got near the TV, the image moved and Luna opened her eyes and said, "This is all your fault, and I'm coming to kill you." And then the image vanished. There's nothing on my TV. I heard the normal version from the music from the episode playing outside my room. I realized that it was Destiny playing that music. "What?" Destiny asked. "They're my favorite songs." I then joined on the online game to play with Sir Dave, and after the match, I went on my laptop and looked on Twitter. I realized there was more than 2,000 posts about the 2011 version of Let's Go Luna. Some of them were posted in February, March, and April, while most of them were posted in May, June, July, and the current month. However, most of them were deleted months after because they were nothing but spam. The only post talked about the 2011 version of Let's Go Luna that didn't get deleted was the one posted by Rachel Turlip in August of 2011. It was still like that to that current day. So my story for the 2011 version of Let's Go Luna, if you ask Joe Murray, the creator of the show, about the 2011 version, he'll deny its existence. Also, the uploader of the video, Lirzera, was terminated for violating the community guidelines in October of 2011. The video was uploaded in June of 2011, but if you try to find it after October of 2011, it won't appear, which sucks. The video was soon uploaded into Fire in November of 2011 under the username letsgoluna.avi 2011. It stayed on there until January of 2012, when it got deleted due to a copyright claim from PBS. More than 3,000 people downloaded the file, and most of them suffered soon after they got the file. 50 took in their own life, 60 got sent to an insane asylum, and 700 got PTSD. On top of that, to mark the final tally, about 1,100 people got killed by Luna the Moon days after they saw the file. The total of people who had suffered the consequences of seeing the file was almost 3,000. This is also why the file was removed in January of 2012. I was one of the people who downloaded the file, but I wasn't one of the only people who suffered the consequences of seeing that file. However, I am 23 years old now, and I am making this story in 2020. I thought if nothing would ever happen to me in years after I downloaded the file and I watched it, but I was wrong, because I heard Luna slamming on my door, doing her normal voice from the show, now saying, "Get me in there or I'll make you suffer." And I knew that when she kills me, the last thing I'll see was those hyperrealistic eyes and bloodshot eyes will be one of the people who had suffered. The number of those who suffered after seeing the episode, it will be around 191 when Luna's watching. And that, my little pretties, was Let's Go Luna, the Unnamed 2011 Prologue. A creepypasta written by OddGuyOutwithSoda. Yeah, that's the person's fandom username that he actually requested me a few days ago to narrate this, which he also goes by Danger Planet or ACG Danger Planet. My final thoughts on the story. I have some good things to say about it, but I have some things that are negative that I want to get out of my way and say. But before that, I thought I would go ahead and say this. So, this story, I did take a look at it, and I thought that this story could have had, a pretty good positive, ideas of this pasta being, but I was wrong. Now, the grammar was alright. I mean, the grammar was not perfect, but it was definitely alright. The author did say that he wrote this story back in 2020, so I'm gonna credit this guy, or Danger Plant, also known as Odd Guy Out with Soda. So, the story was not good. Like, I mean, I'm gonna say right now, there are cliches in this story. There's hyperrealistic eyes, there's blood coming out of people's mouths, there's people taking their own lives. I mean, come on. This story just, it doesn't play well in a creepypasta anymore because most of these pastas seem to sit there and repeat the exact same thing. I mean, this story could have been something decent or at least something good, but unfortunately, that's not the case with this story. And I'm being honest. I'm being brutally honest with this story. If you read it for yourself, you'll see what I mean. This story was honestly not that good. Because there's hyperrealistic blood, hyperrealistic gore. There was well, not really hyperrealistic gore. I could be wrong on that. But the story itself was just cliched, and honestly, it just wasn't really that good to begin with. I honestly was just shaking my head at this point when I saw this story. I mean, whose idea was, I mean, I'm not trying to sound rude to the author in any way, shape, or form. I'm just giving my honest thoughts. But this story of its own self just it wasn't that good. Like, I mean, the beginning part of it does seem interesting, but the fact that it just went downhill to a cliche mess, yeah, that was the reason why I did not really like this story. And I'm being honest. I mean, this story does have somewhat, have potential to be, good. Like, I mean, finding it on YouTube or something, I know that has been done a few times in creepypastas, but I'm gonna be fair. Writing a Lost Episode creepypasta is not that really easy to make, as long as, unless you know what you're doing. Like, I mean, Lost Episode pastas are not that easy to make nowadays, which is kind of why I haven't wrote a Lost Episode pasta in a while. Anyways, get back to the story. I really do wish that this story have, like, no cliches. Like, if this story didn't have any cliches and it did have somewhat of an interesting concept or something, then the story would have been, more better in a sense. The story just didn't seem to be good. Like, I mean, there's cliches in the story, like hyperrealistic eyes, and the fact that Luna, would come out of the TV, well, not TV, but come out of the, phone screen and start killing people. I'm like, come on, like, that's not how to make a story scary. Now, I am being honest with the author here, so, I mean, it doesn't really make your story scary if you're sitting there and, adding stuff like, oh, this person's gonna come out of the screen and attack you. Like, why? Just why? I don't get it why these people like to sit there and, do this with pastas. I mean, this is kind of why creepypasta community just doesn't really make sense. I've always questioned the creepypasta community. I've always questioned them for a long ass time, and I'm still questioning them to this day. So, yeah, the story, I would have to say, I do wish that there was a rewrite of this would help, or at least maybe figure out why this story exists or something. I mean, maybe that's just me, but to be 100% honest, this story was not really that good. I'm being honest. The story was not good. But the only good thing I have to say was that the grammar was alright, same with the sentence structuring. The storyline seemed good. Well, I mean, the storyline was not that great because it just went from being decent or good at the beginning to going completely downhill. Like, that's just all I have to literally say. So, yeah. I mean, the story could have had a better concept, but at the same time, it wasn't that good. So, anyways, that being the case, that being said, I'm gonna sit here and say this right now. Like I'm gonna say before, like I always continue to say, this is simply my own personal opinion. And if you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas, and this is simply my own personal thoughts. My final rating of this story would have to be I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. Only a 3 because the beginning of it seemed to be, it does have seem to be a pretty interesting concept. Like, I mean, the beginning part of it. But, unfortunately, it went downhill, when it got to the episode with, cliches and stuff. So, yeah, that's why. I do wish that this story was better, but yet again, I know this is an older story, like 2020, but yeah. I hope the author, takes what I have to say with a grain of salt and does his best to make the story better. Or at least make his other stories, more better. Take what I have to say with a grain of salt and, because I know this for a fact. Not everybody's first Lost episode pasta is going to be top notch perfect. Like, I mean, my Align creepypasta was garbage, but that's a different story. Anyways, what did you guys think about this creepypasta? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Also, what you have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and if you're brand new here to this channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I make brand new videos every single day. Don't forget to ring the notification bell when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, please roll the outro, because I'm out.